New at 10, the Illinois teen accused of killing two people during protests in Kenosha goes before a judge as the lone survivor of that attack is speaking about that horrific night. 26-year-old Gage Grosskreutz is still recovering after he was shot in the arm during the violent unrest last month in Kenosha.
Stephanie Haynes spoke with him tonight about his injuries and how he's fiercely defending everyone's freedom of speech. We want to warn you, some of the video we'll see may be a little tough to watch.
All summer, people have been marching for social justice in and around Milwaukee. Gage Grosskreutz often joined the crowd as a medic.
Because everybody has the right to freedom of speech and everybody has the right to be safe when they're doing that.
Demonstrators turned their attention to Kenosha following the shooting of Jacob Blake. Gage went down on that Tuesday to continue to offer medical help. And he says this time it was much more tense.
It felt like a war zone. I mean, it was completely different than anything I'd experienced in Milwaukee.
His attorney wouldn't let him go into many details, but court documents say video shows 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse shoot and kill two men. Gage was shot in the arm and survived, he says, in part thanks to another person who helped him with the tourniquet.
When you realized the severity of your injury, did you ever think you weren't going to make it?
Yeah, I thought that was a very real possibility. Immediately after being shot, I knew that I had a good 3-4 minutes to stop the bleeding, otherwise I could potentially pass out.
He says he spent about a week in the hospital and underwent multiple surgeries. He says he's still in a lot of pain. Meanwhile, Rittenhouse's attorneys are claiming he fired in self-defense. Gage says he was armed that night too, but stresses he was following the law.
It's not something that I brought specifically or just because of going down to Kenosha. It's something that I carry with me all the time. I'm not a convicted felon. I have a legal right to possess a firearm and the privilege to concealed carry it. I'm not a member of Antifa. I'm not this terrorist that people are trying to make me out to be.
In the meantime, Gage returned to the group in Milwaukee on its 100th day of marching because he says these are some of the people who helped him get through this tough time. In Milwaukee, Stephanie Haynes, TMJ4 News.